My name is Liz and I'm an animal interpreter here at the Memphis Zoo. So right behind me is Elmo, and Elmo is a Burmese python. They are one of the largest snakes in the world. Elmo here is about 16 feet almost. He's 15 feet 6 inches and right at around 100 pounds. So Elmo likes to stick his tongue out as well as every other snake, but they're not doing that to be rude. What they're actually doing is smelling the air. So they have this thing called a Jacobson's organ. It's at the top of their mouth. So when they stick that forked tongue out and they bring it back in, that just sends neurons straight to their brain to tell them exactly where their prey is and even in which direction. So that's exactly why that tongue is forked. So they are not venomous, so they don't have fangs. What they are is constrictors. So that just means that they're gonna squeeze their prey. Every time that their prey exhales, they're just gonna squeeze a little bit tighter. So a lot of people think that these guys actually will unhinge their jaw to get around their prey, but their jaws are actually multi-hinged, kind of like an elbow. So not only can we move our elbows this way, we can also move them this way, all kinds of different directions. And their bottom jaw isn't one piece like we have. It's actually gonna be two pieces. So whenever they're eating, it's gonna stretch out and they can actually walk their jaws forward. Kind of helps when you don't have arms. Eating is a little bit harder. Elmo in the wild would eat small mammals. They could eat something the size of a small deer, about 80 to 100 pounds. Here at the zoo, we feed them things like small chicks, big rats, guinea pigs, and other small things like that. So in the wild, what they would do, it's really hard for them to get around with such a big body and a lot of weight. So they're what we call ambush predators. So they're gonna sit a lot of times at the edge of water. So they can swim pretty fast and they're gonna wait for something to come get a drink, and that's when they're going to attack. So they kind of sneak up on their prey. When they're younger, they may hang out up in the trees because you can get around a whole lot easier when you're really small, but once you get to be almost 100 pounds, it's really hard to get up the tree with no arms or legs. So these guys are from Southeast Asia. They're from a place that used to be called Burma, so that's how they got their name. It's now called Myanmar though. So they love hot, humid weather, so Memphis in the summer is perfect for these guys. Also a perfect place for them is Florida, and that's where they have also become a problem. So they're an invasive species down there. It's because they were released and they really have no natural predators there. And all of the wildlife that is there also was not ready for something like this to come because it's not natural to them.